Organised crime detectives are investigating a spate of shootings in Khayelitsha yesterday. 11 people were killed and several others injured in multiple incidents. Police are looking into whether the attacks were in retaliation to the murder of a man earlier in the day. eNCA's Ronald Masinda is there and he joins us now live. Ronald, 11 people being killed yesterday. Have you heard anything from police in terms of their investigations so far?
Masako, very good morning to you from Khayelitsha, where, as you rightly mentioned, 11 people killed, several injured. Among the deceased are Somali nationals who owned shops here in the Site B section of Khayelitsha. The area has really turned into a war zone, and now what we can say at this stage is that we are at the Khayelitsha Training Center. This is where community leaders will be speaking to Dan Plato, the Cape Town mayor who just arrived, and one of the guest speakers will be Ndithini Kido. He is the Khayelitsha Development Forum chairperson. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. First of all, any information at this stage as to who could be behind these shootings?
Look, thank you very much and good morning. We will not even venture to trying to offer any opinion as to who, or speculate as to who could be behind the killings. All the same, the Khayelitsha Development Forum feels very saddened and angered by the events of yesterday. We are a community that seeks to create a future for ourselves. We cannot be detracted by these types of events. At the moment, the details are very sketchy. We are also hoping to be joined by the Police Provincial Commissioner at this meeting today for a better briefing. Really, we will not comment on who may be behind the actual shootings.
Previously, when we spoke to you, the issue was that the issue of extortion records really escalated. Could it be the issue in terms of what could have been behind this shooting?
It is our firm view that the shootings yesterday has got to do with extortion. It could be intra-gang. The suspicion is that it's intra-gang. We do not know, as I'm saying, we do not want to give any, but we are very convinced that it is.
And just in terms of now, we've seen Mr. Dan Plato arriving here, and we've also seen Kolani Sotashe from the ANC. What are you hoping to get out of Dan Plato?
This is how the KDF always operates. We bring all stakeholders together when there are issues. Initially, the mayor of Cape Town, Mr. Dan Plato, was going to join the KDF Executive Committee this morning for something slightly different, in the sense that he was going to talk about the fixing of water pipes that deal with the drainage, but about the city's workers or employees who've been robbed at gunpoint whilst doing that. So it so happened that when we're planning such a meeting, then something major happened. So we'll have to discuss all of those topics. But really the mayor was here for something slightly different. It had to do with the crime as well, but it was not really the actual killings. But the killings did happen, so there's no way that we're not going to talk about them.
Mr. Ndithini Kido, thank you so much for your time. We will also be attending that meeting that will be starting shortly, Maseko. But what I can tell you is that the area, the people living here are really living in fear. I mean, this has been an area where quite a number of mass shootings have taken place. On the 8th of March, 7 people were gunned down at an illegal tavern not too far from here. And as well, earlier this year, 6 people were also shot and killed after they were watching a football match. And what I can tell you at this stage is that there have been little to no arrests made since those mass shootings have been reported. We've also seen quite a number of footage of robberies, people just brazenly shooting at each other here inside being Khayelitsha. So there are quite a number of causes for concern. We know that the police have now activated a 72-hour action plan to try and catch the perpetrators who could have been behind this shooting.
All right, let's leave it there. Ronald Masinda out for us in Khayelitsha.